Get the real facts. Listen to the real interviews. Share your real thoughts with Andre Donald on Real Expressions, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., Monday to Friday. It's all about Real Expressions.
Alone. In agriculture this morning, and we pray, Lord God, that the limited resources that they're able to put into agriculture will bring them bountiful benefits. Their work, like those of the fishermen, Lord, is often dangerous. Something that not many of us could understand. We pray for them, Father. We pray that weather patterns will remain in a manner in which agriculture and fisheries can return maximum benefits. We pray away pests and diseases. And we pray that those who have been affected by diseases on their plantation and by falling prices because of situations throughout the world, we pray, Lord, that you would, in your very own way, see to their shortcomings. We pray for those who are involved in agriculture but cannot get physically involved in it because of the conditions that exist in the country that they are at. And we ask you, Lord God, to bless them in a very special way. And we pray that peace and security will return to their area so that they can do what is pleasing in your sight. All this we ask in the name of the Father. Amen.
And I know the reason why, yes man, everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture, oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Till you just know, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Oh yes. All right. Agriculture. Number one. Yes, number one. Agriculture. Oh yes. Number one. Yes, number one. Agriculture.
Ozone really gets clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfecting cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone Ozone Toilet Bowl Cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Green's Concept introduces the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, our air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Green's Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Green's Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Green's Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
I'm Shadell Naya Compton of Belmont Estate, and I've worked in the tourism industry in Grenada for 20 years, and I just love what I do. When COVID-19 halted business and I had to close my doors, it was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
A track that when I heard it the very first time, I was like, whoa, love that track. Yeah. DC Ranks. DC, good morning. Haven't heard from you in a minute. All right, folks. So let me lay it on you like this. Today is it's gonna be a challenge. Look at that. Oh yeah, I'm speaking in tongues. And pastors are speaking tongues. Oh, ayala balo. Cherry go loogy loo.
Turn on the
Cherry
TV. Let me see how I look it on the camera.
Cherry Galoogie Loo. What the purple look?
You have to turn on the TV.
Listen, no folks, for real, I'm shocked. You know? Black dress and war paint and everything.
What?
War paint and everything. Oh boy, look at that. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Tell I to the vision, man. Tell I to the vision. You want to see how you look on the television? Okay, folks, if you see us looking away like this on the camera, we're looking at the tell I to the vision. Lord have mercy. Drumsticks? You would like to see that. Drumsticks, tell them girls and them to go on to the Real FM. Trust me, people only need to go on to the Real FM Facebook page. What? War paint and all that?
What?
Boy, I shocked. I nearly fall.
How you nearly
I nearly
fall?
die. Well, look at me.
This is where the remote not working now.
Yeah, the remote working, man. The remote working, well working. Come on, right? And then we go over here, and then we go enter, and then it spin around, and then it's.
Hey, where's your grant? Hey.
I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Right?
Look right.
Only one person watching me. They know what they're supposed to do. One person alone that's supposed to watch that. Plenty of people can watch it, and that one person is you, you know.
Where? There?
Bro, no, I transitioned already. No, I ain't transitioned yet. Oh, you look at that. Look at Cherry Galoogie Loo.
Good.
I transition now, papi. Oh, they watch that. Hold on, they coming. Oh, hold on, let me load on that volume there, boy. Lord, that butt. Oh, look at that. Cherry Galoogie Loo. Cherry Galoogie La. Ooh. And turn myself around.
I get you. War paint and all.
War paint and all. War paint.
Ooh.
Is she wearing war paint? Right, so
I assume you got my message very early.
what happened to you on that volume thing?
I had to switch here.
Okay. What you were saying something?
I sent you a message.
A message?
Yeah, I assume you got it.
A message. Well, duh, I know the phone, you know.
I know, but...
Nah, I got your message. I honestly, I got it.
Okay, good.
So, matter of fact, I was going to wear white, but I changed my
It's
mind.
a nice shirt. I like that.
Well, of course, all my shirts are nice, you know.
Get true.
Okay,
You want to show me off? Show you off now?
Well, got my bad shirt. See, that's my bad shirt. Right, no tie. I have a tie, black, but I decided no, I'm not wearing any tie today. As a matter of fact, I kind of going against ties now. You understand? I'm going against tie. As of today,
No time.
kind of dropped the tie thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I dropped the tie thing.
Okay.
Ties are when I really go in, you know, thing. Forward. Can you get me a cup so I can have some coffee, please? Please, I said please. I used the magic word. I was kind of running late this morning. Yeah, I run late this morning. All I could have done was pop some eggs to boil, eat them, and make me some coffee. There's no... No, I ain't forget people. I just ain't bother. Talk about forget. I ain't forget. I ain't bother because I was up late. No, I wasn't up late. No, actually, I wasn't up late at all. It's just that this is one of those days, I guess. One of those days when things like that happen, you know. And you're late for work, and you don't know why you're late. Yeah, I'm having problems with the program this morning. Wherever I'm adjusting it, and it's not. Okay, here we go. This ranks back on the top. Yeah, back on the block. Okay, now. Here's what. Well. I was just trying to Yeah, I'm sending a message. I'm still sending a message. I'm trying to formulate thoughts to send message here. And you know the person for this morning that we cancelled.
Yeah. Very fun.
That
guy.
say again?
This is the guy.
Which guy?
JD.
Oh, him cancelled too. Today is World Cancel Day. When I cancel on them, they ain't say nothing. You know. Don't worry, when I can't. Yeah, friends are pouring my coffee.
Oh, thank you so much, Betty.
What did Betty do now?
Betty James, she tell me I'm beautiful.
Oh, please. Betty, wait now. Which eyes you using? Somebody else or not your eyes?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Betty, all are whopping. Betty, you watching out. Betty, you watching the thing from yesterday? Oh, yes. Yeah, I could understand that. I could understand that. You're watching something from yesterday. Drumsticks calling late. Don't worry. One of these mornings when she called late, I won't answer. Morning, Drumsticks.
Good morning.
You hear to say?
I hear to say it.
Oh, I didn't say that for you to hear now.
I hear you. Don't worry.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good.
All right, then. Tell me.
I'm going to sing a little song this morning. I want to
Oh, beautiful.
sing.
Yeah, tell us. Go on. Sing first, my girl.
They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Teach me, Lord, to wait. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Teach me, Lord, to wait.
That's it? I just getting accustomed to you singing and you're just singing. What's wrong with you, girl?
It's only one voice, but I sing it twice.
Say again?
It's only one voice, so I sing it twice.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Donald. Yesterday morning you with me, sit down, wait, and I listen everything. You never put me thing on the air, and you never say anything for me to hear, for me to listen what I say. Okay.
What thing?
What I say, but me minister, oh.
I didn't say it?
No.
Yes, I did.
You did,
I did say to her, someone called this early morning and said, blah, blah, blah. What happened to you, Jones? What was...
Maybe that was coming to that then.
Jones, what else do you?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to maybe I'll reaching time to late.
Maybe.
The minister say everything, I listen everything. Hey, minister great, she great.
She great?
Yes, man, she's a great lady, man.
She's a great at it.
Hey, not great, but she's great.
She's great. All right.
Yeah.
I hear you, girl. I hear you.
Nabella, have a nice day.
So where you running? You say, don't want to talk to me.
Yes, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Nabella,
How you doing? Nabella, she stepped outside from me.
Okay. Mr. The man not on yesterday?
Who's that?
JD?
JD, no. JD called, no, he sent me a message actually.
Okay.
And said he couldn't make it today. So
Okay.
I'm kind of like alone. But that's okay. I like being alone sometimes.
No, well, you have Nabella there with you.
That is alone still. That is alone still. Drumsticks.
Yes, sir.
So when you're coming in, so and look for us.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you could don't know drums? That's not nice, you know. We'd love to have you come and look for us one day. So we had to come first in the broadcast before you come here?
No, I don't say that. I don't say that.
Oh, that is how I'm feeling. You know.
No.
Well, them girls, they don't wake up yet.
I think they done gone to work already, you know. No, he's up. They done gone. And Olive must be in the bath, bathing.
And with the next one? She there?
She's sleeping.
Wait, now Alva coming back in Grenada to sleep her? I don't understand.
She resting herself.
She resting herself. Okay. I have something special. Where is which one is up? Alva? Not Alva, Olive?
Olive, yeah, Olive.
Where is she?
Hold on, let me just.
Olive?
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
How are you doing?
Good?
Olive, can you do me a favor, please?
Yeah,
Do you know how to find Real FM's Facebook page?
of course.
Find it. Find it now. Find it now.
Right now.
Find it right now.
I'm in the bathroom.
I telling you, pause the bath and find it right now.
Find it right now.
Right now. You can find the stream?
1 minute.
You finding the live?
1 minute.
Okay. I'm checking. I am checking. Slowly checking. But I ain't got much time. But I'm checking still. 1, 2.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
What you see there?
You're wearing a kind of greenish shirt and
No. Look for the one for today. Today I'm wearing black. Are you seeing it?
you're wearing black.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen my mom picture.
Ah, that's the one. So now you understand why I said to you I wanted the picture.
Okay.
So show mom. See, mom make television. Drums. Where drumsticks? Drumsticks. She gone?
No, she's there.
Mom.
Yes, Mr. Donald.
So you see your face there now?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so now everybody know you. Everybody who's looking at it live, they know, okay, fine, so that's drumstick. So what I'm going to try to do is that on the mornings when you're, just before you come on with your thing, I'm going to put up your picture there so folks can know exactly who is the person reading to them. See?
Okay.
Right, so that's why I wanted the picture.
Okay.
Right, now you know. Anyway, ladies, what? Bye-bye and leave me alone. They're just disturbing me.
Nice day. Bye.
Bye-bye now. Take care. All right, good.
Yes. Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh, yes. The number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level, now they use them no one to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers.
As we continue to smooch along in the morning time, 27 minutes I make it after the 7 o'clock hour. And yes, we're late with the weather, but they say better late than never. And I've got, one of the stalwarts down there. Tema, good morning. How you doing, bro?
Hi, Andre. Good morning to you, and good morning to all your listeners also. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, I haven't heard you for a while, but when I inquired, they said that you had gone to Cancun. Is it Cancun? Somewhere. Anyway, I don't know.
I wasn't so far. I was on this side of the Caribbean Sea still.
Well, it means that if you weren't that far and it was a place similar to Cancun, you would have been in Caracu, pretty much. That's the only place. Beautiful like that.
Yes.
So what's the weather going to be like today, my bro?
Well, I can tell you, first of all, what's happening at present. Cloudy conditions with easterly winds at 22 miles an hour. Barometric pressure being 14.6 millibars. That's above normal and still rising. Over the last 24 hours, we had a maximum temperature of 31.3 Celsius. That's 88.3 Fahrenheit. Minimum was a pretty warm 26.5 Celsius. That's 79.9. And no rainfall down here at points in June, that same period, meaning the total for the month remain at 118.4 millimeters. Now let's look at the public forecast. We can expect today conditions being partly cloudy and hazy with a chance of a few light showers. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles an hour. These moderate waves 5 to 7 feet in open water, and a small craft advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently falling. Low tide would be at 9:42 this morning. High tide would be at 3:30 this afternoon. Maximum temperature today should get up to around 30.5 Celsius, which is around 87 Fahrenheit. Sunset today is 6:28. Sunrise tomorrow 5:43. So just repeat the public forecast. Remember, as well for today and tonight for Grenada, Caracu, and the PT Martinique, conditions are expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a chance of a few light showers. And the seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters, and a small craft advisory remains in effect. Okay, Andre, that's all from me. Back to you.
Now, I want more.
I always know you to be a fellow with a big appetite, you know?
Yeah. Eating better, man. Okay, what's up, man? Everything good? Tell me something. How's the Pan family? I mean, we talk about so many different things. Well, we don't really speak to the Pan family. What's going on with them, man? What's happening with you guys?
Well, I think on the national front, I know they're still waiting on the powers that be to discuss things for the August, the carnival period, okay? Whatever form or shape, things will be, okay? So I know the association is still awaiting some sort of conversation with the powers that be to finalize or to see what is going to transpire during that period. Individual bands, I guess, maybe doing their own thing. Angel Hops, as we are continuing, we're trying to. I have to be careful what I'm saying now. We are trying to do something big.
Okay.
okay, you will know about that in the next few weeks. Definitely in the next maybe two to 3 weeks. I'll give you the big news. And we'll kind of find a few fine details. So I'll keep it on the wrap still, you know.
Yeah, well, no, that is understandable. I mean, wanted to keep it as a little surprise. That's understandable. But I'd really love to see something good take place for Pan this year, because it's not that it's dying, but the fact that you guys are not able to really go out and play and stuff, it's different, because playing out is a lot different from inside of a cramped space inside of the Pan house.
Yes, yeah, that's so true. And by the very nature of the movement, activity is everything, you know. And with nothing really being planned by various other institutions and bodies and so on, even among ourselves, sometimes it's extremely difficult, you know, to even motivate your members. You know, so it is a struggle, and the movement has been severely affected by this restriction of movement and gathering and so forth. Because, you know, I mean, it's something you can't really do virtually that well, you know.
Yeah, well, it's difficult to do Pan virtually. You more than likely will get the song, but that there's going to be a vibe that's missing if you don't have it.
Energy from your person next to you and all of that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
But answer this question though. If right now government says, okay, fine, you can have Panorama. We're going to, as per usual, put up the monies to pay the prizes. They might negotiate for lesser prizes because of, you know, the slow economic turn. However, the people to come into the stadium and the Pan players themselves must be all vaccinated. What do you think? Not what you would say, but what do you think the fraternity, how would they react to this, Tema?
I think it will be a challenge. I think within bands, you would have a pretty good percentage of people vaccinated. Okay. But you wouldn't get. I don't think you will get the regular numbers. All right. But that could be a pretty good initiative. I wonder also about the fans. But I know the diehard fans will come, even though it's only 5 of them that vaccinated. They will come.
Well, that's it. But then again, too, understanding that we need to beef up the whole the fan base for Pan. But I believe that those who really and truly love Pan and that they always come out, I have a feeling that 90% of them vaccinated already. You know? Not necessarily for Pan, but the maturity of these individuals, they would have vaccinated already.
But I'll tell you what, Andre. I know there is a conversation among steel band people, okay, knowing that the entertainment industry is where you make your money, okay, that the band movement may just have to fall in line with that, because when things open back up, I mean, if hoteliers and cruise ships are demanding vaccination, you have to go where you're getting your money,
Well, yes.
I'll tell you, one band I heard advertising that they are ready. The members are fully vaccinated. Okay.
Dimensions?
No, that's what's his name? Pan Wizards.
Wizards.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You know.
Because and Wizards is definitely not one of the big names.
You know.
But it's interesting that they're ready already. That's good.
You know, and quite recently, I did a vaccination poll within my organization, to see where the status is, who were the youngsters, and I was pretty encouraged by where we are, And they did that on their own, through their own family and personal thing, We didn't do it as an organization per se, so we are getting there.
Would you say that hops has like a 45%?
Yes, some are wrong by there. Yes, yeah. But so much to say that if we are called upon now for an engagement, and part of the requirement is that members be vaccinated, we can provide entertainment.
Go Hops, go!
Yes, based on the numbers we have,
Yes, good. Hey Tema, I take up enough of your time, man. Next thing upstairs might call downstairs and say, Tema, what you doing there? This is not time for pan. Anyway, take care, sir, my brother.
No, it's good, healthy conversation.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all the best, man.
Take care, Tema, good, one love, yeah. It's really nice. I see you do send you sit down like you. You can't take my audio this morning, yeah? You can't tell me that. Oh, you mean I can't tell you that?
You can't tell me that? But not save it or I gotta delete it.
Well, I'm deleting it now.
Well, delete it. Proceed. You may proceed to delete.
We have to enter into a different mood of recording for the newsroom.
Why?
We do not have the UPS at work, which means that if there's a power drop, you lose.
That's okay. That's why Facebook there is backup.
Oh, so because I was gonna say, well, we can use use one of those thingies here and use this.
Oh.
And put the recorder there.
Backup there.
But Facebook will
Facebook, YouTube, either one of them.
Either one of them. Okay, fine. Got it. Every bad like that. Good morning, people. Good morning, Caribbean. I was speaking, but folks, let me tell you all something. One of the things that was happening this morning, you realize that I was speaking to you and not speaking, and you saw me typing, which was kind of rude. But I was at that time conversing with the Honorable Peter David via WhatsApp because we had a cancellation for this morning, our guest.
Correct.
And trying to find a guest, so I reached out to Peter David. I also reached out to Roland Bowler. I haven't had a thing from Roland Bowler yet. And all those were saying Peter David had to reach. Look at the man who replied to me before Roland Bowler. So Peter up on Roland, right? Correct?
Okay.
Right.
Correct.
So yeah, Peter in front. So there he has, and I talk any business. All those who saying that he ain't doing nothing for agriculture, he's a saga boy. Listen to this, friends, and listen very carefully. I was trying to speak to him roundabout for 7:45 thereabouts, right? And unfortunately, but he's gonna try to fit me in because roundabout this time, he's supposed to be having a Zoom meeting with the Indian Minister for Agriculture.
Okay.
He's supposed to be having a Zoom meeting at around about this time. So he's gonna see if he can push it back, in the Zoom meeting. If he reaches out, it means that he was successful in pushing it back to accommodate this program.
Okay.
Which is brilliant. Thank you very much, Sagawoy Peter. Sagawoy Peter.
Oh gosh.
But no, I saw somebody, one of the WhatsApp peers on thing, put it in a Saga Boy Peter. No, it wasn't a WhatsApp here. It was somebody on the comments that
Facebook?
put Saga Boy Peter.
Okay.
I don't know, they kind of disrespecting the guy. Tamika Moses, good morning, Tamika Moses. No, she wasn't Tamika who did it. It was I'm just saying good morning to her. Good morning to Janice Patricia James. Betty James, who's she?
I don't know.
That's the one that's saying Nabella beautiful way. Well, look at that. Yolan Smith, good morning to you. Devon. Yeah, Devon Romaine. What's up, boy? Leslie James. Who's Leslie James? I don't know. Good morning, Leslie, nonetheless. Andy Bartholomew, he's checking in too and saying good morning. Yeah, you know Andy, right?
Who's Andy?
He's some dung and foot on there. Well, folks, I gotta take this call. Bye. Hold on, I come in. Don't worry.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from the to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jacked this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Well, remember I said to you folks this morning that JD is not here with me. That's one. So and BJ is not doing too well. So I know he will not be in this morning. And the guest that we had canceled out on us.
And doesn't stay for agriculture.
And Nabila doesn't stick around for agriculture. However, I decided to reach out to two persons this morning to see how I can do this. Yeah, first person was Roland Bowler, because I know he's into farming and everything, into agriculture definitely. But the man who is center in terms of agriculture in Grenada is Peter David. So I reached out to both of them at the same time. Bang! Peter win. Peter beat Bowler now. And they say Peter had to find. They joke to make him. Good morning, the Honorable Peter David. How you doing? Hello? Hey, what's wrong with our thing here? Hold on. Let's get this thing. Oh, hello? Good morning. No. Don't do that this morning. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Hold on. Good morning, Minister. How are you doing?
I'm here. You hearing me?
I'm hearing you now.
Okay, I'm here. I've been speaking. It's something on your side. Good morning.
Yeah, it is most definitely something on my side. So
you got me now?
Yeah, we have you there. How are you doing?
I'm good. In fact, you caught me at a time this morning. I have a meeting with the Indian Agriculture Minister at 7:30, but I asked them to push it a little later so I can accommodate this, because while it's important to meet with the Indian Agriculture Minister, it's also important to speak to Grenadian farmers. So I welcome the opportunity.
Well, I am so happy, and I've been saying so many times that I'm not bothering with Peter. He ain't bothering with agriculture. I've said that, but this morning you've proven that, hey, no, Jay, you're wrong.
No, I've been consumed with agriculture. I'll tell you the truth, Andre. This has turned out to be one of the best things that's happened to me. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm so consumed in it because, agriculture has a whole lot of challenges. And if we can't do everything in one day, but certainly piece by piece. In fact, this morning I'm going to address the nutmeg farmers, I think about 9:30 this morning. So every day I'm consumed with it. Yesterday we had something, but we can talk. So let me know what you want to talk about. But, agriculture for me is critical because, two things happen to me. One is that I enjoy the fact that I'm doing something that we can see results. But secondly, I've come to understand the importance of the industry. And I think if it's one thing I tell policymakers, the government, I tell stakeholders, I tell farmers themselves, we have to begin to see agriculture as important, not only by speaking it, but by acting it. And that's what I'm enjoying now, Andrew.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that. Let's do so. And you mentioned you'll be addressing the nutmeg farmers. What's the situation with nutmegs right now? What's going on? What's the good news you have for them? What are you going to share with them this morning?
You broke up there. What is the position with nutmeg?
With nutmegs, yeah. Where are we at and what's happening there?
Well, no, we are currently in the process of trying to work out. to trying to work out the issues that confront us. In fact, there are several issues with nutmeg. So I don't want us to only talk about merger, liberalization, and all of that. The state of the industry in general is something that we have to address. But with respect to the merger and the other things that are in the air, we have set up a committee with the nutmeg and with cocoa, and we're working towards working out the modalities of getting that done. And there are other exciting things happening in the industry. I am happy to know that despite COVID, nutmeg farmers have done quite well with production. In fact, over the year, this last period, there was over 1,000 pounds of nutmeg in 2020. $8 million earned in 2020. So there's a lot happening with nutmeg, and of course, we're trying to see what we can do with the science of nutmeg, the propagating station in Maryville, working towards getting more nutmeg plants. So a lot is happening, and I am confident that if we work together, farmers, policymakers, stakeholders of the country, we can not only improve the industry, we can modernize the industry and bring some added value to the industry. So I'm quite happy with where we are with nutmeg. And quite frankly, I think working with the board, to me, has been good. And I think going forward, we will see some new things and exciting things happening.
Well, it's good to hear that, Minister, because so many folks have so many different things to say, and one gets the impression that nutmeg is in a depressing state. But what you've said definitely throws a brighter light on the industry at this time.
No, but George, Brazil called gold, and while we are seeking to diversify the agricultural sector, soursop has become now our green gold, and soursop is doing quite well. It's the fact that we have markets to the United States for soursop, sugar apple, and other owners is good for us. And there are many young farmers now getting into soursop. People like BJ, for example, getting into soursop in a big way. But while we do that, we must remember that we have a competitive and comparative advantage in nutmeg. So we need to keep nutmeg, we need to improve nutmeg, we need to modernize the nutmeg industry, we need to find added value for nutmeg at the same time that we diversify the agricultural sector to provide more food security to our people. So it is not nutmeg or something else. It's like tourism. It's not tourism or agriculture. It's all of these products, finding ways to ensure that as we develop nutmeg, we develop the other sector.
As you mentioned sugar apple, my mind went back yesterday to a conversation that I would have had with a young gentleman who is from Satiers but lives in St. Andrew, and resides in Texas. I'm sure you would know who I'm talking about because he did indicate that he spoke to you recently, Minister.
Of course. He's doing quite well.
Right. And what he said to me, it was laughable, but very interesting, although laughable, because he said to me, Dre, soursop is not the only crop that we can export to the United States. He says, would you imagine, Andre, that we can do sugar apples? And I didn't know that, and I don't think that many people knew that we can do sugar apples. And he said interestingly, there are 3 other fruits that we can export to the United States exclusively. But Andre, we don't plant them.
No, it's the anonas. It's the anonas. It's sugar apple. It's custard apple. It's the soursop. What's called the anona family. Mm-hmm. And we have access. That access didn't come just like that. It came after years of hard work. I was talking to Mr. Peters the other day, our pest control guy, and he said we had to go through hoops in order to get it accepted, and we've done that. People like Joshua Lewis and so on helped us in that regard, and now we have that access. Now we have to make sure we protect the access. That is why we have to protect what we export, because one difficult export shipment with pests and so on can threaten the entire industry. That is why we are seeking to establish a mechanism to ensure that all soursop that is going out is of the quality that is required to maintain that market. Sometimes you don't know the importance of something until you lose it, and we can lose that access that you said the gentleman spoke to you about if we don't set up that mechanism. And that is why we are seeking to do that with soursop.
And understanding that things like custard apple and sugar apple are in the same vein, Minister, are we looking at a situation where the ministry would start encouraging farmers to get into these exotic fruits?
Of course, I mean, I had discussions with a friend of mine. We call him Walter Doon. I can't remember his right name. He lives in the United States. I think he lives in the Carolinas. And he has established sugar apple plantation in the west of the island. I think it's somewhere on the St. Mark side of the island. And we are focused more on soursop because quite a few people are doing soursop. But certainly we are going to be pivoting to things like sugar apple, custard apple. I'm told that sugar apple makes a better dollar in the United States than does
soursop.
So yes, we are going to be doing that. The fact is too, though, while we are focusing on export, we also have to while not we, but while the startup industry is focused on export, we also have to look at the agro industry in Grenada to do pulping or to do juicing and all of that, because startup is a very, very healthy product. So yes, we are focused on not only soursop, but we are going to be looking at sugar apple, custard apple, anything that can, because you see, Andre, there are two sides. There's one to bring in revenue from outside, to add to GDP, to add to get foreign exchange, and there is feeding our people. So we have to balance the two things. While we want to certainly look at export market, we have to look at what do we need to do to feed Grenadians. COVID taught us that lesson in a vivid way, that we have to look to do some added value. We have to produce so that we can feed, provide to the schools. That is why, Andre, that we took a decision and we are now implementing the return of Granbra Estate to production under a government supported mechanism. We are not going to maintain it in the present mechanism. We are going to improve the mechanism to manage it. But Granbra Estate is being brought back into production. In fact, as we speak, there are tractors and so on ready to roll, because we are going to use Granbra to help with school feeding programs, to feed government institutions, to sell to them, of course. We are going to use it to help develop germplasm so we can get clean material to give our farmers. We are going to use it for training. We are going to use it to provide young people with a place where they can come and learn the modern techniques. It's going to be under the Mirabeau facility, propagating facility. But certainly we have to bring all of these areas under production so that we can improve not only export, but improve intake in Grenada of local products. Our food import bill is just to that height. $300 million a year. $30 million in food. That is why we have to focus on feeding our population, not only export of agricultural products.
Minister, the 2021, this year, is the year for, and this reminds me, I tell you this, and we can have a little chuckle on it, or maybe a big laugh. This reminds me, what I'm going to say reminds me of the period between 1979 to 1983. 2021 is the year for organization and production. That is right. That is purely a revolution statement, and I know it's a worldwide thing, correct? It's not just Grenada, is it?
No, it's just Grenada.
It's just Grenada. Okay. Oh, so Minister,
that is our focus, and the reason we came to that is because we believe we need to organize better and we need to produce more.
Okay. So what is currently happening within the ministry in relation to that?
Well, a couple of things. One, as I indicated, we are looking to there's so many things. We don't have the time to discuss, but I'll just give you some highlights. As I just indicated, we have the Granbra Estate, over 120 acres coming on the production. In fact, it already started. We have the livestock guys. They are working on Granbra too. Granbra livestock will be cattle rearing, and we are being assisted in that by Joe Jack, who is a person much involved in livestock, and Dr. Cummins and his team in the livestock division in the ministry is working on that. We are collaborating with some gentlemen from Australia to re-establish the propagating facility for sheep and goats in Laura. We have plans, and they are coming into the country in July to help us to increase the stock, the genetic stock in Grenada on sheep and goat. We are also doing some artificial insemination, some plan for cattle. So that is the livestock is something we are focusing on, given the fact that meat import is one of our largest parts of our food import bill. We are also working with the poultry farmers. In fact, there's a meeting this morning to talk with poultry farmers about, substituting, getting some substitution, import substitution. The excellent farms facility in St. Patrick's is open now, and there are some other major farms in Kobe's farm and other farms throughout the country they are doing chicken. So there's a lot happening in the livestock division. With respect to production of crops, we have the Marigo facility now being upgraded to ensure that we can provide good planting material to our farmers. Then we have the Youth in Agriculture program, which is going to be launched in the next couple of months, trying to get youth into agriculture. We have the Land Bank facility, which is going to provide land, government land, and private sector land, when possible, to persons who are interested in farming. So there's a lot. A couple of weeks ago, we had a meeting with farmers about how to establish businesses. One of the big issues in agriculture is financing. It is easier to walk into a bank or any financial institution and get a loan to buy a car. We find that an untenable situation, but we understand the position of the financial institution. So we have to work with them. One of the complaints they've had is that farmers do not operate as businessmen, do not keep records, they do not have all of the documents needed. There's the issue of security of land. Many farmers have leased land. So we are working with government, with financial institutions to find a way to do two things. One is to have money in these banks dedicated to agriculture, and secondly, to have the farmers work as business persons, keeping records, training them to so that when the bank asks for records, to pay the bills. So the institutions tell us that the most non-performing loans are in agriculture, so we need to correct that. So Andrew, there's a lot happening, and we need to talk for a couple of hours to get into that. And we have something planned, Andrew. We have a farmer symposium planned in June, where we are going to bring farmers from all over the country, put them in touch with financial institutions, put them in touch with service providers, put them in touch with ministry service providers also, to discuss the way forward. And that will include agro-processing, it will include livestock, it will include crops, it will include every aspect of agricultural production in the country. So that for us is going to be a milestone event where we believe that our farmers will benefit much.
This is the first time it has ever happened to me, Minister, and that is my next question. You've just answered it. That has never happened to me in anything before, because you spoke of this at your last post-cabinet conference, cabinet meeting. You spoke of this agricultural conference that you wanted to have, and I was just about to ask you, hey, what's up with that? And you answered the question.
Yes, that is scheduled for the middle of May. Go ahead, you were saying something.
No, I'm just saying you're a smart boy. Charles, you'll be very proud.
I can read your mind. Andrew, I knew you from you were a child, so I can read your mind. We went to the same church, you remember?
Speaking of which, how is Philip? I haven't seen him for a while.
He's doing fine. He's at home mostly these days. He's retired at the book. He has a farm somewhere out in the St. Mark area, so he spends a lot of his time there. My son Zeri has a farm out for the last few years in Balthazar, so they both talk a lot about farming these days. So the family looks like if it's turning from the car business and the other business to farming business. So he's doing fine.
So then again, we must say that Keith Mitchell is a smart guy, because he knows that your people are involved in agriculture, so he put you there. So you do have a choice, because if you fail, you fail the family.
That is why he's been there for all this time, and he's been there for some time. Because very wise.
Anyway, I have a message here for you. I have a message for you. I'm going to read it. Tell Saga Boy Peter hello. That's coming from Depot. You know Depot is a kind of...
Oh, Lord, yeah. Depot in New York. Depot needs to come home. Depot is staying too long in New York. I need him to come down and do some farming. He spent enough time in the concrete jungle. But hello to Depot and all the guys in the diaspora. You know, the diaspora, just as you mentioned, Depot, it's something we also want to look at for investments in the agricultural sector. I think there's a whole lot of passion in the diaspora for agriculture. We must translate this passion and get this passion to to be translated into action on the ground in agriculture. So, we need to get some of the guys in the diaspora to come back and invest in agriculture and to work with some of the young people in that. As I said before, financing is one of the big challenges for people. As I said, we have the difficulty of most of them not owning the land. So the bank is reluctant to give them a loan on a lease because you can't enforce or call in the loan on a lease. So the diaspora needs to come. So hi to them and hi to all the covers in the diaspora. They're near and dear to my heart.
All right, let me just tell you, there are two things again, just coming in from Depot. I'm going to read it as they come. The first one says, Andre, tell Pedro when they need a supervisor to oversee the ganja fields for dressing and oil extraction, I'll come out of retirement. So that's your message. So you know how to get Depot home. And the second thing is, Pedro, I hope you're seated because I don't want you to fall off your chair. Depot is here.
Oh, he came in last Saturday with his crew. I didn't know he was part of the team. There's a team of covers from St. George's that come. I've never seen a more dedicated group of persons who live in the diaspora. They come a couple of times every year. I didn't realize Depot was on this mission, but no, I'll bring Depot into the ministry and have him put his money, which I know he has, where his mouth.
I like that. And Peter, even while we have spoken about agriculture a bit, because I'm going to let you go. I know you got to go. We've spoken about agriculture a bit. You will be invited to speak again on it for more time in the not too distant future. That's one thing. Two, we've had a laugh with Depot, and we know things that people like Depot and so who are based in the diaspora, things that they can do. But on a most solemn note, Masinti, Cooper Hill.
Who's that?
Masinti, Cooper Hill.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear that. Yes, Claudette's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did call Claudette, sent her a note last week on the death of her mother. She's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lady, Masinti lady. She's been a fixture in St. George's. I met her many times. She's such a humble woman, and I want to extend to the entire family. I did it privately. I want to publicly extend to the entire family my deepest condolences. They've lost a wonderful lady. She's back good in. So while we mourn, we must celebrate her life. And I want to say to Claudette, be strong. I had the same experience some years ago. It's not easy, but the memory of your mom always keeps you going. So that is my comments to the family, and I hope that they keep strong.
You know what is interesting about that one is that I heard that Claudette's mom died, so I extended condolences to her on I think it was on the Sunday program, and I left it at that. And I'm scrolling through Facebook the other night, Pedro, and I see a picture of a lady that I know. And I not just know, I know her very, very, very well. And it says, accept my sympathy, Claudette, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hold on, is that Claudette's mom? And because Pedro, Miss Cynthia used to be coming to the rectory to work part-time when my mom was working at the rectory. So I know her like a mother.
She's been a fixture in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, so that is Claudette's mom. So I realized now that me and Claudette is brother and sister.
I know from a born.
Yeah. So.
The town on the carriage, so she's a wonderful, wonderful lady and very humble. That is why I like her. Very humble lady, So yes, you know her from your other
I know her from down there. So myself and Claudette are closer than I thought.
Well, there we go. You're close to Claudette. You're ready to go.
Hey, Major, I know you got to go, and I want to thank you for talking to me this morning.
By the way, on the issue of the cannabis, we will be beginning some consultation soon, and I hope we can come back on the program to talk about it, because it's something that we are actively working towards, and we've begun the process of consultation. So I will speak to you, and we'll come back and talk about where Grenada goes with the cannabis production.
But I'd like us to do, Pedro, is that we can partner. Ministry of Agriculture, Real FM, and maybe a business organization who would want to partner with us And not all of the consultation, but some of the consultations, bring them live on the radio so people know exactly what is happening at the snap.
There we go. So the consultation goes out to everybody. Absolutely great idea. But we'll sit and chat about that. The Indian Agricultural Minister is waiting for me now, so
bye, Peter.
I got him on board for a while.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Alfred. Keep up the good work. And, while you don't know a thing about farming, you're certainly helping the farmer.
You'll pay for that, yeah? Trust me. You'll pay for that. Take care, brother. All right, great. Bye-bye. Right.
All right, cool.
Good.
Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away, 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Eminem Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eminem Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. Eminem Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone Disinfecting Cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most: your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Eminem Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahornhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahornhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Treat yourself from head to toe with A1 hair, skin, and beauty products from Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store, located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, close to the New Testament Church. Want to achieve that classy Instagram model look? Come visit us at Sarah's Beauty Salon. We offer expression, pre-stripped, and antibacterial braids, forelocks, jerry curl, deep wave, yaki weave. Knit-front wigs are also available, both synthetic and human hair. Of course, we offer a collection of extensions, Brazilian 100% human hair and Peruvian 100% virgin Remy. We provide our customers with the finest nail care products, eyelashes, do-rags, razors, shaving products, and weaving needles to keep you stylish and popping. Visit Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store today, and remember, we treat our customers with the lowest prices nationwide and raging discounts store-wide. Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store, where all your beauty wishes will most certainly be granted.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan.
Good morning again, and let me once again extend a thank you to Minister for Agriculture, Minister Peter David, for appearing on the program this morning at the drop of a hat. You know, I didn't have him scheduled. It's just that I reached out to him and he responded. Thank you very much, Mr. Bowler. Depo, I know you did, boy. Yeah, Depo, we need to meet up. I haven't seen you in a minute, so we need to meet. We need to meet up. Church Street and thing. Yeah, come on. I can't claim to be the only. Hold on, caller. I'm not the only Church Street guy. the Gaskins, right, Depo? The Gaskins, Ian Gaskin, and the other Gaskin, the entire Gaskin family. And, well, Depo, we could claim, I don't really like to, Depo, but we could take Eddie, because, yeah, Market Hill, unless Eddie wants to team up with Prax from Cockroach Alley there, Basilia. Boy, yeah, Prax, yeah. I saw him yesterday, and Prax got his hand broken. At this age, you getting your hand broken, Prax, I saw you. You must be crazy. Anyway, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre.
Good morning, sir.
And good morning to Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful and nice hearing the Minister of Agriculture giving that update. I'm glad that you were able to make touch base with him. I thought he made some valuable points, but I need to see it more in light. I need to see more action. A lot of planning have been taking place, but we want to see some more action. For instance, he spoke about the Grand Bay Estate, and there is a lot of development to be done in Grand Valley. They have listed out to some people, and nothing much was done there. Let us hope that they learn from the mistakes of the others there, because there is a lot of potential.
Well, it's not going to be leased out again, based on what you said, right?
Right. So,
based on what he said, it's a government project.
Well, let us hope that the government handle themselves in it, because it is. I mean, I have a little understanding about Grand Bay Estate, and I think it's worthwhile to develop these estates. And there's so much potential out there, because here we hear that there's much more room for soursop and other fruits like soursop. So there is room for planting. There is room for development. So let us hope that they're working. What about Grant? I wanted to ask him about bocage. The rest of bocage, not where Tony have the other side. You know, there's two sides of bocage there. We government have almost 100 and odd acres of land there too. What is done there? We know that in Diamond, we was told that some lands in Diamond, about 45 acres, would be subdivided to farmers. That's a good stepping in. Once you can give these farmers some revenue to start off with, I think they can make some progress. So it's nice to hear those things, but let's hope that the government could keep them intact, and that it could keep the persons that would be working these farms in a way that they will see benefit out of it. Because once you haven't seen benefit, once the farmers can't see benefit coming, the market and whatnot coming, they're going to get frustrated again. So once these things could be done, I think it's worthwhile.
I believe that one of these days I may be able to fixate Peter David for a full hour and a half chat, and in that way we can explore as much as possible the whole aspect of agriculture, because I think we have come to realize how important agriculture is to our sustenance, to our development. But one of the things that I really love to see happen, and happen pretty quickly, Clifford, is the whole aspect of our cultivation of marijuana for medical purposes. And I'll tell you why. Because you see, if we can derive so much monies from medical marijuana, then what we can do, a lot of the taxes that will come from the medical marijuana, we can turn around and use some of that money, or those monies, in other aspects of agriculture. So things like assistance in terms of cleaning and subsidizing farm labor, that will be something I believe that can be derived from the monies that you will make from dabbling in or getting involved in the whole production of marijuana for medical purposes.
I would like to witness a forum on marijuana, because I have my doubts on marijuana still. I've never smoked yet in my life. I do intend to. But if there is money to be made in marijuana, I have no problem with that. But I am thinking that the majority of persons that talk about marijuana is thinking of it more or less for their pleasure and for their own recreation, and they're not thinking of it so much because, you know, a fella want to smoke a joint and he want to... I'm not seeing much people willing in
Clifford,
money out of marijuana.
let me just say this to you. There's a gentleman called Saisha. Saisha is a full-blown rasta. His lock so long that when he walks, it touches the ground. He is one of those who is fully behind all this in terms of marijuana for different uses. And when you talk smoking of marijuana, I can't say that he does not smoke, but what I can tell you about Saisha is that smoking is the furthest thing from his mind when it comes to his conversation about marijuana. So while yes, I respect your statement made, however, my brother, I believe that if there are 100 persons speaking about marijuana in Grenada, 95 of those persons are speaking about marijuana for medical use. And, well, of course, the export, because you have to export it for the big companies to make whatever they can from it. But that is what I believe. Only 5% will be concerned about smoking marijuana. Trust me. Trust me on that one.
But anything that could make money in and bring in revenue from an agriculture point of view, I'm totally in favor. And I want to see more actions than just planning. Too much in the planning stage, and we're not seeing any real active thing. And as I said, there's a lot of lands that are undeveloped. And while we're talking about Grenada don't have much land, you always hear this talk, Grenada have much land. We have a lot of lands that are nothing is done about them. And I think that is one of the focus that government should be concentrating on. Big areas like Douglaston and other places, Black Bay, 92 acres of land. Nothing virtually is done there. And government have to find a way of harnessing these big areas of land.
I just gave you the solution. We need to do so and do the ganja, get the taxes from the ganja so we can turn it around and put it into other aspects of marijuana.
That is one. Somebody who knows that have land may not be interested in the ganja. So
say what?
We have to look at all the other areas. But I think there is enough to come from agriculture. And hearing every time that the outside world could still take more of our source up and other things, I think it's time to wake up.
Somebody is saying here, Clifford, that you have a lot of experience in agriculture. He should volunteer his time or be hired as a consultant with the government program. Ever thought about that?
That's a matter for government.
No, it's a matter for you to say, hey, I've got the experience, I've got the time. Do you want to hire me, or do you want me to volunteer?
They are aware.
No. We should not leave it and say they are aware. If I was to do so and say, okay, fine, you know what, people are aware. Right now, I'm looking for people to do so and sponsor cricket coverage. I'm looking for that. People know that cricket is coming. They are aware that cricket is coming to the Caribbean. They are aware that cricket is coming to Grenada. So if I leave it like that and I say, okay, fine, they're aware, you think I'm getting anybody to sponsor anything?
That's true. But I'm willing to give my service to at any time.
So why don't you get in contact with Peter David and say, hey, Minister, I'm willing to. This is where my expertise is. My expertise happens to be in pruning. I can prune soursop, I can prune cocoa, I can prune nutmegs, and if you want me to prune bananas, I can prune that too.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you going to do it, Clifford?
Once the occasion comes that I have to, I'll assist in any way possible.
Clifford, here's what. You seem to be very reluctant.
No, I say
Hold on. You seem to be very reluctant. What if I was to reach out to the ministry on your behalf and then they contact you?
No problem. Well,
good. I'll do that then.
Right. I'm in kind of a little bit touch with the ministry because I do help them in the schools, you know. But as I said, much more could be done.
Right. So I'll reach out to them and say, hey, Clifford is available. We probably have to find a way to pay him some monies to cover transportation and to make sure you're able to buy a beer on Fridays when Friday come. So we can use Clifford services, yeah?
And I just want to say, before we close, that the gentleman in St. Andrews, that had to shoot at the intruder, the person that was stealing his source up. I fully support the gentleman.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Somebody had to shoot somebody?
Yeah, was it, I think, not Hooper, can't remember.
The person got shot?
Yeah, they got shot. They got about, I think, as far as I understand, 7 bullets was fired.
7 bullets was fired and they got, then they should charge this guy. The guy who shot the guy should be charged. You can't fire 7 bullets and 7 bullets hit a man. No. Joke you making. You want to kill.
He ain't dead.
But you can't shoot a man 7 times.
Well, I think the gentleman said he had to do it in self-defense, which means that the person was attacking him.
Self-defense? Oh, you have a giant? Cyclops come back? Well, 7 bullets in a Clifford.
I support the
use of...
the gentleman.
I support it, but I can't support 7 bullets? Are you crazy? Clifford, have a nice morning. Take care of yourself.
7 bullets may not have hit him directly.
But that's what you just tell me.
No, I see the 7 bullets was fired.
Oh.
But I didn't say 7 bullets shot.
How many bullets did the guy get?
I am not certain.
You're not certain.
No,
well, I hope it's 1. Because anything more than 1, I support charges being brought against the gentleman.
I think it's time for this thing that them to slow down.
I agree.
And the pretty Alasini teams have to do more.
Have a nice morning.
Thank you.
Bye. Good morning to you, my brother. How you doing this morning? Here's hoping that you are having a wonderful morning. Friends, I've got to tell you this. It is definitely a good thing to have this person here with me this morning. I did not think that I was going to have him, but he's here, and that is what is important to ME. Well, hold on. How come I ain't seen him? Like that camera freeze again? Hold on. This camera is a Gummy James camera. This camera does just... I just get problems with this camera. This camera just freeze when you want to. And then, okay, right. So I think that's it there now. Okay. Let me see if I get it. That should be it. And how we going? We're going to Kingston. There we are. BJ, good morning. How you doing, my brother?
Good morning, Andrew.
Nice to have you.
Good morning to the listening public.
Yeah,
nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too, man.
You look really great this morning.
I do?
Yeah, I like your shirt. It matches with the color of your skin.
It does?
Yeah, you look really nice.
Very good. There's a funeral today that I have to, what's his name? Puelco. From Canny there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, his funeral is today. And so I am.
Somebody in the neighborhood.
Yeah, as you say, somebody in the neighborhood. So, hey, gotta attend. Because I knew him personally. As a matter of fact, I did, when I came to know him, BJ, interestingly, it's that he had a son who was in prison. And when the radio station was up at High Street, Puelco came to me one morning and says, I want you to do me a favor. I'm like, he says that you need to get my son out of prison. I'm like, me? How I can do that? He said, man, let me tell you something. I listening to you on the radio. You sell house, you sell donkey, you sell land, you giving all kind of people all kind of advice. I decide that you the person that had to get out my son from prison. I said, he said, no. He said, let me tell you something, man. Francis Alexis, and he called him, and he called sort of last name. They take thousands of dollars from me and do all kind of appeal, and they can't get him out. But I believe you can get him out. And that kind of startled me, yeah? That kind of startled me in terms of, how can I do this? So I went to my representative, Anthony Boson, and I says, hey, look at this. He looked at me and he laughed. He said, well, you have a big job. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, but how do I do this? He says, well, start by writing a letter to the Mercy Committee and follow from there. And I followed. I wrote the letter to the Mercy Committee and followed up, and then I was asked to get signatures to support what I was saying in the letter, and so Pelko and I went out and we got signatures. And I can never forget, one day I was standing close to where Popo has his place right there, and this gentleman came up to me and he says, "How are you?" I says, "I'm good." He says, "You don't know me?" I'm like, "No, I don't know you." He says, "I am so and so." I says, "Oh, so you out?" He said, "Yeah." And the old man tell me that, it's you that, did the stuff and did things so that I can be out here today. So I'm like, "Oh, well, it's nice to see you. How you doing?" And we became friends instantly, and we're still friends, meaning myself and the son, we're still friends today. And so that's how I came in contact with Pelko, and he deserved to have me go in and pay my respects, my final respects to him today, even if I don't really stay in the church or anything, but it's just that the fact that you visit and you show people, "Hey, I respect your father, I respect your uncle, your brother, your whatever." That's good.
You never know.
So how you do, man? I know you weren't too well. How you feeling now?
My back improving.
Improving.
Yeah, man. Else I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. When I saw I will pass by. I was like, wow. I didn't believe that I was so lucky. Meaning, not lucky to not have JD with me this morning. That's not lucky. Not lucky to have the person from the Ministry for Agriculture cancel out on me. But I became lucky when I messaged Peter David and he replied. BJ, I laughed when he replied, because I remember cussing you and saying, "Man, Peter ain't doing nothing, man."
He's there.
He's there.
Andre, agriculture is a difficult entity to run, difficult ministry to really operate. And most people who get in there would take a while to settle in, because I don't know if you know, workplace in Grenada is very clannish.
Okay.
Sometimes it's difficult to go inside of there and get your agenda going instantly.
Okay. Peter David spoke of a number of things this morning, but one of the things that stood out for me, BJ, is this conference that they're looking to have in June. You've heard about it, right?
Yeah, symposium.
Symposium. What do you expect to come out of that as a farmer?
Well, I hope that they seriously willing to chat their way forward, and I hope they're serious about execution, making something tangible out of it. This is the problem we have. People talk a lot and we don't see anything happening. And it's not just a Grenada problem, it seems a Caribbean problem. People speak a lot about agriculture. Everybody understands what needs to be done. But we take a long time to really, implement.
What causes that? That's the big question. What would cause
the
that?
mentality thing, A lot of the people who has the resources, Peter was saying this morning that you wish some people from the, diaspora may, come back and invest in agriculture, because agricultural investment in a lot of cases require a lot of money. And he was saying that, sometimes the bank, needs security and those kind of things. And sometimes it's just hard to get started. Plus, Andre, a lot more difficult than we think. Nobody wants to invest their money into something and don't get returns from it, And, sometimes if you don't have guaranteed market, then you have issues. And if you have a small population, sometimes you even have, further issues. So we need to zero in on the things that are, that make sense, that make economic sense, that is good for the people, that is good for the country. And have, sustainable development, have things, operating in a meaningful way, in a sustainable way. That's what we need to do. This scratching, unplanned agriculture, everybody joking a little thing here, there, everywhere. that kind of agriculture don't make no sense.
But there's another thing I believe need to happen, BJ, and it is probably something that can be done. If Grenada cannot do it alone, we probably can take it from a OECS perspective first, or maybe a Windward Islands perspective, which is Grenada, Dominica, St. Vincent, St. Lucia. And here's what I'm talking, BJ. These 4 islands, because of their bond to each other since King Hatchet was a hammer, they can look at, and this is the countries themselves, look at partnering in relation to agricultural insurance, 1, and 2, partnering in relation to an agricultural farmers bank. These 4 nations can do it together. You put all the structures necessary in place. Yes. And of course the bank, you don't have to go, because the bank is thing, and you don't have the main branch maybe in any island, but all islands will have, branches, and you can go in and bring up your project to these people. So when you get a loan, you do not get the loan with the same conditions, proper conditions, yes, but not with the same conditions as a normal commercial kind of loan. Because whereas yes, when you start to plant the watermelons, you probably be a couple of weeks, a couple of months before you make any monies. But at the end of it all, you're going to come into some monies. But the interest rates and all these things, BJ, should be different than that of a commercial loan. This is what we need.
Yes. We need what you call soft monies.
Yeah. To be put into agriculture, because we're feeding ourselves.
Not just that, we need the people who are disbursing those monies or who actually giving those loans understand agricultural development.
Yeah. And we also
need different kind of development.
We also need to understand that while all these 4 islands generally have the same climatic conditions, however, I don't believe that anybody understands bananas like the farmers in St. Lucia. They have it going, and it would make sense to have bananas develop on a big scale in St. Lucia, and even have St. Lucia export bananas to St. Vincent, to Dominica, to Grenada, based on needs.
And you see our pattern, our developmental pattern. That is the problem. Let me give you an example. Almost everything that's going to happen in the world, those show indications before it happens.
Yeah.
You normally get a feel, you normally see in advance that this is coming. Few things that, just happen abruptly. We know for a long time that, since in the 60s and 70s, that, banana, we cannot compete. And it doesn't make sense, economic sense. Talking about economies of scale, All right, the countries like, in South America and Central America decide, we're going to do this thing on a large scale. Okay, that's cool. Andre, what we needed to do was to quickly adopt and adjust. All right, what was so difficult at that time for us to say plant soursop, interplant soursop between those banana fields? We let banana fall apart, and there is nothing else in the land, and then you're telling people, yo, go and plant some soursop.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that, Andrew, you'll have to wait for 4 years before you start getting anything.
Yeah.
Whereas had you had the banana and the soursop interplanted, as soon as the banana fade away, you have the soursop take over. Then people start, decide, we're not going back into the lands. It just doesn't make economic sense. And then you have a whole trust now, that is lost, and you have to use a lot of energy to get back people.
Yeah.
Back in groove again.
Money that could have been used
exactly
for keeping the thing going, you have to now use those monies to advertise the thing. Twice as hard. And I keep remembering this young lady I saw in a clipping, and she was attending this conference, and BJ, she was saying that, hey, look at me. Look how nice I am. Look how sexy I look. Yeah, and look at this. And she was showing them the cover of a magazine. as produced by one of the big organizations. She said, look, this person is in agriculture. I am in agriculture too. But look at what you put. You put the person who barefooted and barely have on clothes and everything. You put that, and you expect me to want to get involved in agriculture? No, put me.
You don't make it attractive.
Look at how I'm sexy. Look at how nice I look. Put me, let them know that I am in agriculture.
Andre, the world's a dynamic place. It's ever changing.
And
we have to adapt with the times. We have to change, or else, we're going to get left behind. And then to catch up, you have to run twice as fast.
Twice as fast. You have to be Usain Bolt
and
more to get back in stride with this thing.
A competitive place. Every vacuum that is created is quickly filled by opportunities and opportunities.
But we really and truly need to. We need to start doing different when it comes to agriculture.
Yeah.
And I will come here and say it with my last breath. Every Thursday I'll come and I will say, we need to do different as it relates to agriculture. We are not doing what we're supposed to be doing. The ministry, BJ, can do so much. Like I was telling Clifford this morning. Hey, offer yourself.
We have to do it in a collective way, Andrew.
Yeah.
Peter was talking about it this morning. Everybody has to get involved. Every hands on deck. The politicians, the policy makers, the private sector, the supplier of inputs. Everyone, Andrew, have to understand that we all in the same boat.
We consume a lot of ice cream in this country, KB. But only when people like Miss Odlin in Backstreet there. Only when they, and she and others, make a little can of ice cream and they pass them in the village sell that you get a little sauce up, a local flavor. Outside of that is rum and raisin, pistachio. Ask anybody what is a pistachio, they don't know.
Can't tell you.
But they like pistachio flavor. They like rum. and yes, we grow vanilla here. I've seen vanilla growing here. We grow vanilla here. Strawberries, yes, we grow strawberries here. BJ, you getting ready for your strawberry thingy? So, but I'm saying this to say, where is the custard apple? Where is the sugar apple? Where is the sauce up flavor? Has anybody decided, okay, fine, let me try a lemon flavor and see if it'll work with ice cream?
We should be experimenting on those things.
Nobody's doing that, and this is what we need to do. So here's what.
Not just experiment, Andrew, without continue. We should document those things.
Yes, but here's what I keep saying, BJ. We have a place called the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. Man, watch. Well, I hear they start something. I ain't know what they start. I used to tell you how backward they are, and I say it straight up. Because I am not supposed to be hearing that they start something. I am supposed to be knowing that they start something so I can speak to it. And these people, BJ, they need to do so and start experimenting and putting forward these flavors and say, these are flavors we can use.
Yes, Andre.
Come on.
And the produce chemist lab too. Those entities.
Where that is?
Where that is, Andre?
Where that is?
Tantin.
That is a little place by National College, Marisho Community College, a little thing in the corner there. Man, we should have a big place.
Andre.
We have so many scientists in this country, young scientists that come churning out of. And tell me, if this would make any sense. If this, not would, but does this make any sense? You have children, the minds, the future minds that are going to be running this country, they are TAMCC. That's what they are. TAMCC and St. George's University, BJ. So imagine, one of them wants to be a scientist, but when he looks around or she looks around, what they see is the how you call the place? The lab right there. He need a pin job. It offers, when they go inside everything, what the brick door walking. You think a child will do so and be convinced that, hey, I need to get into this after looking and see that this thing really don't make any sense?
Andre, kind of strange the way we deal with our important assets, especially if it belongs to government. we tend to, have a feeling that nobody needs to look after it. We can just use it, and whatever happens, with the building and the equipment, so be it, it will be replaced. But we can't be thinking that way. Andre, once upon a time, we had a tissue culture lab. I used to go inside of there and watch the young scientists produce banana plants and pineapple plants and experimenting and whatever. And yes, it was done on a small basis, but at the same time, the technology was spreading. All of a sudden, that disappeared. They had some equipment to expand it. That just left lying all around the place and break up.
That is the problem,
we're begging another country to support us. Now we're begging St. Vincent to produce some plants for us. Andre, the Nutmeg Association had a well-equipped lab. That just stay and fall apart and everything just rot inside of there. And you keep asking, well, what's really wrong with us? What's really wrong with us as a people? We had a soil lab, a lab to test soil in Maribor, and that.
Well, hold on. Let me put it to you this way, BJ, and this I know for, but let me not say I know it for a fact, but this I'm pretty much aware of. As soon as Hanson Raywan retire,
that done.
That done.
No,
that is the greatest.
No, we have to take the same soil and send to Miami to get the test.
As soon as the person retire, soil lab done. Yeah. How that could be? Where was the
follow-up?
The follow-up. So you mean that Hanson wasn't training anybody? And can we say it's his fault? No, it's not his fault.
This is what's scary.
The system.
I met doctor. I went to get my second vaccine. And I met Dr. Antoine. Woodman.
Woodman, yeah. Our guy. Yeah, our guy.
As usual, he's my
caller. We coming.
He's my mentor. Like him so much. So I say, boss, something. How about taking me as a partner in your business? Wouldn't mind expanding that business. So he said, BJ, that seems to be on its own and good. I'm looking for partners now to deal with essential oils. I'm trying to extract and stuff like that. The point I'm making is that only recently, and Doc, my sympathy still belated.
Yeah, it is. Wife passed away. Yeah.
His wife was such a nice. Not just that, Andre. If you think about it objectively, here we are. His wife was a nice, bouncy lady, and all of a sudden she died.
Yeah.
What make you think, God forbid this don't happen, what make you think Dr. Antoine the same thing can happen to him? Exactly. But let's use the guy and get the knowledge.
The guy is a serious chemist.
Exactly. So we should have some people understudying this man. So by the time him, depart from here, we have a group of scientists who are able to, take the products and, develop them into, secondary product and able to sell them and export and do those things.
It's just that, BJ, I think we need to get the priorities straight. And I will continue to criticize Peter because I know he means well. And I'm doing positive criticism here because I want to see him go forward in relation to agriculture. However, we need to get all our ducks in a row. If we ain't get all them ducks in a row, we are going to fail terribly. And let me tell you guys this. This is our last chance. After this, we don't have another chance. We need to not just talk agriculture. We need to support agriculture. We need to start using and meaning the words of Forbes Burnham. Eat what you grow and grow what you want to eat. In the sustenance of agriculture, put it this way, if we are able to sustain ourselves in relation to food, here's what is going to happen. We are going to have so much monies for other things, it will be unbelievable. And I don't mean that you need to jump out into your backyard and start planting 2 lettuce and 2 cabbage. You will not.
Andrew, we know we cannot grow everything and we go to import some, but we are importing too much of food. Things that we can use locally, to feed ourselves and feed ourselves better. than the old stuff that we import in. We should be heading in that direction. We go live for longer. We go have healthier people. Our doctor bills would be less. You know, we just feasting on some old things that are useless to our body. You know, and we can do better than that.
Definitely do better. So much better than we are doing presently.
Yes.
It is real. It's 91.9 FM. 10 minutes nowadays before the 9 o'clock hour. Andre Donald, Bertrand John, having a little wap this morning.
Running up your mouth.
Yeah. You know, I look forward to Thursday mornings, BJ.
So do I.
I look forward to Thursday mornings because I know that there are farmers who depend on our conversation. It keeps them going. It may not necessarily give them a new idea, but when they hear us, they know that at least somebody is batting in their corner.
They have a voice.
They have a voice, and they know that they can call 442-0175 at any time.
Yeah.
During this program, you can call, and your voice can be heard. And we will always be batting in your corner because we want to see not just the development of agriculture. That, yes, will come, but I want to see you have money in your pocket.
A lot of people listen to this program, Andre, and they look forward to it. You know?
Yeah. I am so happy that I'm able to do it.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's, you know, acting as something that innovate people and, you know, encourage them. Yeah. Because, Andre, whether we want to face it or not, or accept it or not, agriculture have its role to play in our national development. And we can't run from that.
Nope. We can't.
Understand? The agriculture sector, all right, Andre, is very, 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 very important. We saw that during the COVID.
But during now, at this time now, we've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, there isn't a lot of money circulating around, but there are quite a bit of food around. And this is very, very useful. That shows that, hang on, you know something, if things turn up really bad, we're able to hold out we could hold out for a while. You understand? Our farmers need to be, you know, complimented for those kind of, you know, effort that they put to sustain our people during, you know, difficult times.
BJ, somebody just saying here on my private WhatsApp, I tasted lemongrass ice cream and it really tasted good.
Yeah. There's my little friend, I think Delis Peters from River Sally.
I know Delis.
She does this ice cream, you know, on the crossroad there. And I look forward to it every Sunday.
What is she? What flavors?
All kind, you know. And the other day she gave me a nutmeg flavor.
Nutmeg flavor? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man, bad. The other day she gave me some sorrel flavor. Curious.
Devon. Not Devon. What I'm about to say is Devon, but BJ. This ice cream makes me remember Devon House, Jamaica.
Oh, there we go. You understand? Yeah, get all different ice cream
all
there.
All different flavors. And that is what we have to come to.
Yes, Andre.
As you say, she's on the corner on the junction on Sundays. This is what other people in other communities have to do. You do the ice cream and flavors. And you can send the flavors here, you know. And I can tell, for instance, Delis can send a note to us every week. And we do it for you, Delis, because we want to see this thing grow. Send a note and say, okay, Andre, this weekend, in the junction, we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 flavors, and this flavor and that flavor and the other flavor and whatever.
And Andre, it was, you know, what surprised me the other day. I passed and I said, hang on. And he asked to say, BJ, oh God, I'm just sell out and I'm freezing the next can. So the next Sunday I passed. And she said, yes, BJ, I'm turning the can. But what I did, she had an ice box. And she take out the bit that already, put them in tubs, and continue. So she get, you understand what
but she learned from one day.
Ah, you understand. There we go.
That is
innovation,
what has to be
Andre.
We've got a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, DJ.
Morning, brother.
Yeah, man. I heard you just said there's a salt testing facility in Maryville. Can you speak more about that, please?
Well, there was a soil testing facility at Maribor. I am not too sure if it still exists. And BJ is kind of saying no, it doesn't exist. And because the gentleman who used to do it, Hanson Rayburn, he was the guy that ran that thing almost single-handedly for years. And he has retired. And I guess they never really saw it fit to continue.
Oh, okay. So I got to send my soil to Miami to get it tested now.
Yes. Well, yeah, that is what it is, and that is so sad. But I believe with the onset of Charles David Boy, meaning Peter David, I believe with the onset of Peter David, we are soon to see another soil lab in Grenada for the benefit of our farmers. And because when this morning, for instance, he had to push back his obligation with the Indian Minister for Agriculture. He had to push it back and then had to cut our conversation quickly because he had him on the line. His folks had him on the line and they had to do a Zoom meeting. So all these things, I'm sure we'll see benefits of things like soil labs and all these different things returning to the place they're supposed to be in Grenada, because farmer is supposed to send stuff all the way to Miami to pay to get it to Miami, pay to get the results back down. Makes no sense whatsoever. We can do that right here. We have the young minds at TM Irish Community College who are willing to get involved in it because that is what they love, and we need to start doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be really good, because when you send it to Miami, you got to give them a U.S. address so they can ship it back to you.
All sorts of different things.
Yeah, and also, hey, great job on Mina Booker this morning. As soon as Peter David got online, she sent out a text. Hey guys, Peter David is talking about agriculture this morning on Real FM. So she's on it, And
let me tell you something. You're saying great job by Mina Booker, yeah? But know this and learn this. Mina, the ministry should punish Mina because Mina is on sick leave.
Oh my God.
Mina is on sick leave.
That's dedication. Dedication. Man. Yeah, that's nice. All right, guys, you guys have a good day, okay?
All right, then take care. Yeah. All right, BJ Maxwin Belfont. Do you know that person?
Yeah.
He says hi.
Oh.
Yeah, from the latest party. He says he's watching you.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Which part? Is he from Riverside?
Yes.
Which place?
By Carl of the Carl Essie.
Oh, up that side.
I only asked for him recently. I didn't see him for about 2 decades.
Oh, okay. Well, that means he's around. He's around. He's looking at you. So that's good news. Thanks, Belfont. Thanks for listening. But he's always on, eh? He's always on.
Good boy, man.
BJ, we need to start, or we are asking for education, and I'm not asking government for this. I'm asking for a private entrepreneur to find the resources or use resources that it is at their disposal to educate our ice cream people into creating different flavors. And anything can be ginger and what?
Andrew, the thing is that we need to experiment with foods. We need to be creative with our foods. We have a lot of different products that we can use to do different things. And we're stuck with this monotonous thing about doing things
vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream.
I want something different. You understand what I'm saying?
When
I taste the sour ice cream, I was like, what's in that sour? She said, you don't see the color?
No, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to challenge. I know that Grenada's ambassador in Washington, she's listening right now.
Okay.
Ambassador, good morning. I am challenging you to find resources, even if we have to do it via Zoom or whatever. Find the resources or find the experts who can assist. And we're dealing with one area right now. We're dealing with ice cream. Who can assist? Get some young people, we put them up in terms of Zoom and whatever. Let these people train them how to come about with these different recipes, so these different flavors, and then these young people can impart that knowledge to the people who make the ice cream. Or these young people can form an industry that puts out different flavors for ice cream. They're not making the ice cream, but they're just making is it a concentrated liquid or whatever that you add to the thing to get the flavor. Ambassador Smith, I'm challenging you with that one. Yeah.
Andre.
We've got a caller, BJ. Let's take it. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are things going?
Not too bad.
All right. I just calling to give a little bit more information on the soil lab. One, the soil lab was underutilized by the Grenadian farmers and gardeners. But the Hurricane Ivan is what knocked out the soil lab, you know. That put it to rest, and the government never saw it fit to build a new one. Then later down the road, we had that soil lab in Miami. I think it's Eastern Caribbean Fertilizer, something like that. I stand to be corrected about the name. That was providing the service for us through Marketing Board, actually. I think you had to pay about $75 US to get your soil tested. I'm not aware if Marketing Board is still continuing that service. However, in terms of getting back your results, you don't need anyway, to make a long story short, you get back your results on email. You know, you don't need a US address to get back your results. They send to you on email. And I have received results from them in the past. You know, so I just thought to update you all about that.
Well, thanks. Thank you very much for that information, Mr. Cardi. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite good, and I'm looking forward to your ice cream.
Well, I don't make ice cream, but I'm saying that, hey, we can do so and get a cluster of youngsters, 6 of them, whatever, and start this thing. Let them come up with different flavors, form a company.
And Cardi should be upfront in
Cardi
things
should
like
be
that.
upfront in that.
In things like that.
Cassava ice cream.
No problem.
I mean, for example, look at the time where Cardi sort of forget his cassava bread going.
Yeah, going.
I mean, this is a plus for Andal and this
and associates. Andal and associates.
You understand?
I'll have to partner with BJ, boy.
No, that's all right. And if you can get something else going again, you get more plus.
Yeah, well, we can we can deal with the ice cream, you know. If you get a group of people together, we could organize it.
Well, I tell you what, yeah. I've thrown it out. My number is, as I say, lapantouche all over the place. People who are serious. We just need about 6-7 persons.
Yep.
Youngsters. We're looking at youngsters here who are really serious and want to start a thing. And you don't have to come from the same village. You don't have to come from the same parish. But what you have to do, one thing you have to have like-minded ideas that, hey, we want to be able to develop flavors. You're not making ice cream. You're just developing the flavors. We want to do this, put this together. Cardi will partner with you. Ambassador Smith, she has not replied as yet, but I'm sure that she may be able to find some funding somewhere so as to train the guys how to do this. Boom, you have a company you never even know that you may be sending stuff off to Trinidad, because you know what? Sauce up ice cream sells like crazy in Trinidad. Imagine if we are able to export the flavor. That's all, you know. Not the green sauce up, not the green thing. We exported the flavor of the Trinidad. Could you believe that? You guys must be crazy. Andal and Associates, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening to you.
BJ wants to say something.
No, I'm just saying that, Andrew, just like how you have people addicted to Kentucky and addicted to rum and addicted to weed and other stuff. So you could be addicted to certain foods, you know. And if you develop certain things that can really, get into people's taste bud, they're getting addicted to it, Every day they want it.
Of course.
Yeah, quite true. Quite true.
I appreciate the fact that Mr. Lalson brings in a pretty nice ice cream into the country. People love it, different flavors. But it doesn't mean that we can't do different flavors here and have a Devon house, like it will be Mr. Andel, you've been to Jamaica, right?
Many times.
Yeah, but I've never been to Devon House.
You never been? Well, you never been to Jamaica then. Forget that one. Forget that one. You crazy. You must be crazy. Mr. Andel, when you go to Devon House, and BJ will tell you, you get to Devon House on a Sunday, and it may take you about 2 hours in the line to get an ice cream.
Wow.
And that's not a joke. 2 hours in the line to get an ice cream. When you get up there, you're like a king, because people know that you would have stood in that line for 2 hours plus to get an ice cream, to get just one cone. And that is, we can create that in Grenada.
To just adding value to
Add
things.
value. Why is it? How come no one, and I'm giving this idea free, how come no one, with the amount of people that's in Bathway every Sunday, no one has made Bathway an ice cream stop?
You can have an ice cream parlor.
Ice cream parlor. Yeah. Totally local flavors. No one has done that.
No one has thought about it.
Well, now they've heard it. Now they've heard it. Go do it. And remember, whenever you see Andre, ice cream on the house.
Andre, but you can find 10 different fried chicken, fried
fish and all kind of things. You can't find
ice cream.
And if we're doing this in Bathway, the ice cream thing, you have to do only local flavors. Rum and raisins, not allowed. Pistachio, not allowed. Vanilla, unless it's local, not allowed. No foreign flavors allowed.
Andre, have no doubt that the grapes that are in Battery could make ice cream.
Of course. And that is where you have that team of youngsters coming in and taking sugar cane and all and make ice cream. You think sugar cane could only make rum?
Everything.
Exactly. And then associates, we can see you. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
All right, great.
We pass the time, Andre.
Yeah, we pass the time. But BJ, I would like to see this group of people come together.
Yeah.
And as Mr. Andel said, he is willing to partner with them. And I'm sure we can do great things.
And the stakeholders need to get more active.
Yeah.
You know, more practical. You know, get the things out there.
Yeah.
Activate the economy. Get it going. Let the money stay within. We're sending too much of our money outside there for people who don't have no use for it. Yeah.
They are too much. Hey, brethren, thanks for coming, man.
Take care, man.
All right, one
bless,
love. Great. Bye-bye.
It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to